All right, everyone. Good morning. I don't know what time it is where you are at, but if you want to let me know, go ahead and drop your location and the time um, in the comment section below. So it looks like the U.S. has confirmed that the first case of a flesh-eating parasite in a human. It states reports indicate that a human case of the flesh-eating New World Screwworm parasite has been confirmed in the United States. This is the first known case associated with the parasite current outbreak in Central America. The patient is a Maryland resident who had recently traveled to El Salvador. The diagnosis was confirmed on August 4th, 2025, but the Department of Health and Human Services and the CDC did not publicly announce it until Monday, August the 25th. Let's keep that in mind. The individual has been treated. Um, they have recovered from the infection, and there is no evidence that the parasite will spread to other people or any other animals. Health officials have stated that the risk to the U.S. public from this case is very low. So let's look into what the screwworm is. The New World screwworms, what they're calling it, is a species of parasitic fly whose larvae or maggots burrow into and feed on the living flesh of warm-blooded animals. The primary host are the parasite's victims, or their hosts are livestock, although it can infest pests, wildlife, and sometimes humans, as in the case of the Maryland resident. Where are these? It is endemic in South America and the Caribbean, after being largely eradicated from the U.S. decades ago. An outbreak has spread north through Central America, in recent years reaching Mexico. So, what are the symptoms? The infestations are painful and can cause severe tissue damage. Some of the common symptoms in humans include painful, unhealing sores, foul smelling wounds, and the sensation of larvae moving. That's so weird. What the world? Okay, what is the government saying about all of this? Let's find out. The federal and state officials have been collaborating with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to contain the threat and prevent further spread. According to the U.S. government, they are maintaining sterile fly production facilities to release sterile male screwworm flies. These flies mate with wild females, which only mate once, causing them to produce no offspring. This method was used to eradicate the parasites from the U.S. in the 1960s. So there are some restrictions. According to the USDA, they have previously suspended cattle imports from Mexico as part of its containment strategy. Um, are there any travel advisories or precautions? Well, the CDC recommends that people with open wounds, okay, traveling to endemic areas to keep them clean and covered. Wearing long sleeves and using insect repellent can also help prevent bites. Are there any reports? Any other future reports? Current reports? The healthcare providers and veterinarians are advised to report any suspected cases to their local health department. So that's that. There we have it. The screwworm. They call it the New World Screwworm. And if there are any more future updates, I will go ahead and report it here. Let me know how you feel about this. Do you think this will take off into another direction? We only have one case, is what they're saying, in Maryland, but they didn't let us know about this case until about 20 days later. Because do you remember, at the top of the article, it stated that the first case was reported in Maryland on August the 5th, but they didn't tell us anything about this until August the 25th. So, are there any more reported cases that are not being reported on? What do you think?